We all know the drama that unfolds inside the squared circle. The epic rivalries, the shocking betrayals, and the championship chases that we'll never forget. But what about the love stories that happen when the cameras stop rolling? Beyond the scripted drama and on-screen romances, many WWE superstars have found their perfect tag team partner in life, sharing a bond that goes way beyond the ring. Let's be real, in the high-pressure, travel-heavy world of pro wrestling, finding a stable relationship is one of the toughest challenges. The schedule is a grind, the physical toll is huge, and you're basically living out of a suitcase. Yet somehow, some of the strongest partnerships are forged in that chaos. These are relationships built on a shared understanding of the business, a mutual respect for the sacrifices, and a love that can handle the spotlight. Today, we're counting down 10 famous wrestling pairs who are actually husband and wife behind the scenes. These are the duos where both partners have made their mark as WWE superstars, and trust us, some of their stories might just surprise you. Before we dive into our number 10 spot, which wrestling couple comes to your mind first? Let us know in the comments below and stick around to see if they made our list. Lana and Miro, formerly known as Rusev, kicking off our list, is a couple who became one of the most memorable on-screen acts of the last decade. All while their real-life romance was blossoming behind the curtain. The ravishing Russian, Lana, and the Bulgarian brute, the man formerly known as Rusev, now known as Miro. Their WWE journey started as a package deal in NXT. Lana was the sophisticated and stern social ambassador for the dominant, anti-American monster, Rusev. Their act was a perfect throwback to the classic foreign villains of the 80s, and it got over big time. As Lana guided him to crush his opponents, their on-screen bond was inseparable. And as it turned out, they were becoming just as inseparable off-screen. However, WWE Creative had other plans. In 2015, the company split them up in a wild storyline that saw Lana align with Dolph Ziggler, while Rusev paired up with Summer Rae. But then, reality threw a wrench in the works. Right in the middle of their on-screen feud, TMZ broke the news that Lana and Rusev were engaged in real life. The announcement completely torpedoed the storyline where they were supposed to be bitter rivals. Lana has said this leak landed them in some serious backstage hot water, and she was even taken off TV for a while as punishment. Despite the professional turbulence, their personal relationship thrived. They had not one, but two weddings in 2016, a beautiful ceremony in Malibu, and a traditional wedding in Miro's home country of Bulgaria. Their journey, including the wedding planning, was even featured on the reality show Total Divas. Eventually, their time in WWE came to an end. Rusev was released in 2020, followed by Lana in 2021. Miro would go on to find a new fire in AEW, where he had a dominant run as TNT champion. Lana, now using her real name CJ Perry, has also appeared in AEW, sometimes as his manager and sometimes feuding with him. Their story is a fascinating look at a couple brought together by WWE, tested by its creative machine, and who ultimately found success on their own terms. Mickie James and Nick Aldis coming in at number 9 is a true industry power couple, a pair of champions whose careers have spanned WWE, TNA, and the NWA, the legendary Mickie James, and the current WWE SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis. Mickie James is, without a doubt, a trailblazer and a future Hall of Famer. Her first WWE run is iconic, especially her storyline as Trish Stratus's obsessed fan turned rival, which is still seen as one of the greatest women's storylines ever. Across her career, she became a 5-time WWE Women's Champion and a 1-time Divas Champion. Meanwhile, Nick Aldis, once known as Magnus in TNA, was building his own legacy outside of WWE. His defining run came with the reborn NWA, where he held the World's Heavyweight Championship for an incredible 1,043 days, bringing prestige back to the historic title as the National Treasure. Their paths crossed and their romance sparked while both were in TNA. They began dating around 2010 and got married in 2015, a year after welcoming their son Donovan. For years, they were a unique power couple, with each partner thriving as a top star in a different wrestling landscape. While Mickey was having huge moments in WWE, like returning at the 2022 Royal Rumble as another promotions champion, Aldis was the face of the NWA. After a controversial WWE exit in 2021, Mickey took matters into her own hands, producing the acclaimed all-women's pay-per-view, NWA Empower. She continues to wrestle and has taken on leadership roles with Ohio Valley Wrestling, helping to shape the next generation of talent. In a great twist, Nick Aldis officially joined WWE in 2023, first as a producer and now as the sharp, authoritative general manager of SmackDown. Their journey is a testament to longevity, proving they are a husband and wife who not only love each other but also have a profound love for the wrestling business. Natalya and Tyson Kidd at number 8, we have a couple whose roots in wrestling run deeper than almost anyone's. A duo bound by love, legacy, and incredible resilience. WWE veteran Natalya and acclaimed producer T.J. Wilson, better known to fans as Tyson Kidd. Their story is pure wrestling legend. Natalya is the daughter of the late Jim the Anvil Neidhart and a member of the iconic Hart family. T.J. Wilson is famously the final graduate of the legendary Hart Dungeon, the grueling training ground in the Hart family basement. They've known each other since they were kids. Natalya was just 10 when she met a 12-year-old TJ, and wrestling has been the backdrop of their entire lives. They trained together, traveled the world on the indies together, and eventually signed with WWE, working their way up to the main roster. Their long journey led to their 2013 wedding, which was a major storyline on the first season of Total Divas, giving fans an inside look at their unique relationship. In the ring, Tyson Kidd was an incredible talent. In 2015, he was at a creative peak, teaming with Cesaro in a duo beloved by fans. But in June of that year, during a dark match, a routine move went horribly wrong. Kidd suffered a catastrophic, life-threatening spinal cord injury. Miraculously, he survived, but his in-ring career was over in an instant. The years that followed were filled with uncertainty as he grieved the loss of his career. But this story is ultimately one of triumph. T.J. Wilson found a new purpose in WWE as a backstage producer. Today, he's widely seen as one of the best producers in the industry, celebrated for his work in putting together many of the biggest matches in the women's division. Natalya has said he finds this role even more gratifying than wrestling. Meanwhile, Natalya has remained a respected constant in the WWE locker room and a multi-time champion. Their love story is one of unwavering support, navigating the darkest of times and emerging stronger than ever. Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Our number 7 couple brings a dark, cinematic energy to the screen, a duo whose presentation feels so authentic because it's an extension of their real-life chemistry. We're talking about the harbinger of doomsday, Karrion Kross, and his guide, the mesmerizing Scarlett. Before WWE, both Kross and Scarlett had made names for themselves on the indies and in promotions like Impact Wrestling. They met on the independent circuit, and Scarlett has said she made the first move. They quickly realized their combined presence was something special, developing the dark, theatrical act that would eventually take NXT by storm. Their arrival in NXT in 2020 was one of the most impactful debuts in the brand's history. From the stunning entrance to the haunting chant of "Fall and Pray," they were presented as a major deal from day one. Scarlett wasn't just a manager. She was an essential part of the mystique, amplifying Kross's intimidating style. The formula worked perfectly as Kross went on a dominant, undefeated streak and quickly captured the NXT Championship. However, their main roster call-up in 2021 is often seen as a classic creative fumble. Kross was brought to Raw without Scarlett, stripped of his iconic entrance, and given a bizarre gladiator helmet. The aura was gone, so it was no surprise to fans when both were released from WWE in November 2021. During their time away, they got married in a ceremony that perfectly suited their persona. In April 2022, they eloped on a glacier in Alaska, but their WWE story wasn't over. After Triple H took over creative, the duo made a shocking return to SmackDown in August 2022, re-establishing their dominant presence. They were back, and this time, they were presented just as they should be, a complete and terrifying package. Jimmy Uso and Naomi, Trinity Fatu. Halfway through our list is a couple that has practically grown up in front of the WWE universe. A pair whose relationship has been tested by family drama, career shakeups, and the intense public spotlight. Jimmy Uso and Naomi. Individually, their careers are incredible. Jimmy Uso, alongside his brother Jay, is part of one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history and was a key player in the acclaimed Bloodline saga. Naomi is a trailblazing athlete, a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a former Women's Tag Team Champion, and an innovator whose Feel the Glow persona made her a fan favorite. Their love story began in WWE's Developmental Territory, FCW. Jimmy was immediately smitten when Naomi walked into the training facility. Trying to break the ice, he awkwardly poked fun at her favorite wrestler, who just so happened to be his dad, Rikishi. The attempt failed miserably, but he later clarified in the parking lot, and the rest is history. They married in Maui in 2014, and Naomi became a loving stepmother to Jimmy's two children. Much of their relationship has been documented on Total Divas, which highlighted their deep connection but also the struggles of life on the road. Their journey hasn't been without professional hurdles. Most notably, Naomi, alongside her tag partner Sasha Banks, walked out of WWE in 2022 over creative frustrations. She reinvented herself in TNA as Trinity, capturing their Knockouts World Championship, all while Jimmy was in the middle of the biggest storyline of his career. Through it all, their support for one another never wavered. In a triumphant moment, Naomi returned to WWE at the 2024 Royal Rumble, looking more confident than ever. We're halfway through our list. Are you enjoying these behind-the-scenes stories? If so, take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more content like this. Now let's get to our top 5. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae cracking our top 5 is a couple that is truly the heart and soul of modern independent wrestling. A duo whose love story was forged in armories and bingo halls long before they became NXT's beloved power couple, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. Before they ever set foot in a WWE ring, Johnny and Candice were indie royalty. Johnny Wrestling was a standout star known for his incredible babyface fire, while Candice LeRae was a pioneer of intergender wrestling, fearlessly competing against her male counterparts in promotions like PWG. They first met at a PWG show, where Johnny admittedly spent the night making fun of Candice to get her attention. It worked. Their relationship blossomed on the road, making the grueling indie life feel a bit more like home. In a perfectly fitting moment, Gargano proposed in the ring after a wrestling show. They were married in 2016 at Disneyland, a fairy tale venue for a fairy tale wrestling couple. Their journey in NXT was legendary. Johnny Gargano became the face of the brand and its first ever Triple Crown champion. Candice also carved out an incredible path, evolving from a plucky underdog to the cunning heel, the Poison Pixie. The peak of their on-screen partnership was the faction known as The Way. As the villainous parents of the group, they took Indy Hartwell and Austin Theory under their wing, creating a hilarious dynamic that blended their real-life chemistry with over-the-top characters. In late 2021, their contracts expired, and they took time away to start a family, welcoming their son Quill in February 2022. But their passion for the ring called them back. In a pair of emotional moments, both Gargano and LeRae made their surprise returns to WWE in 2022. Theirs is the ultimate wrestling love story. Two people who fell in love with the business, then fell in love with each other. Bianca Belair and Montez Ford at number 4 is a couple that just radiates charisma, athleticism, and pure joy. They are the living embodiment of a modern WWE power couple, a husband and wife who are both top-tier stars and each other's biggest fans. The EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, and one half of the Street Profits, Montez Ford. Their story began at the WWE Performance Center. Montez was already a trainee when Bianca arrived for her tryout. As she tells it, she saw him and was immediately taken, telling a friend to keep that beautiful man away from me. They didn't speak for months, but after a group outing, they clicked instantly and have been inseparable ever since. They married in 2018, and Bianca became a devoted stepmother to Montez's two children. Their rise in WWE has been remarkable. As the Street Profits, Montez and his partner Angelo Dawkins became one of the most popular tag teams in the company. Bianca Belair's ascent has been meteoric. She won the Royal Rumble, headlined WrestleMania, and captured multiple women's championships, becoming a true main event player. What makes them so beloved is their incredibly supportive dynamic. They're constantly at ringside cheering each other on and celebrating every victory with genuine excitement. Bianca has even credited Montez for encouraging her to keep her signature braid, telling her it would be the one thing a first-time fan would always remember. In 2024, fans got an even deeper look into their lives with their Hulu reality series, Love and WWE, Bianca and Montez. The show pulls back the curtain on the challenge of balancing their demanding travel schedules with raising their children. They are a couple defined by infectious positivity, incredible talent, and a genuine love for one another. The Miz and Maryse taking the bronze medal at number 3 is a couple that has transcended wrestling to become a mainstream brand. They are WWE's original It couple, a pair who masterfully blend their on-screen heel personas with a surprisingly entertaining family life. The Miz and Maryse. Their story starts way back in 2006 at the WWE Diva Search. A young Mike Missinen, fresh off MTV's The Real World, was hosting the competition. A stunning French-Canadian model named Maryse Ouellet was a contestant. The first impression wasn't great. Miz apparently made fun of her for not being fluent in English. But despite being eliminated, Maryse was signed and would go on to become a 2-time Divas champion. Miz, of course, would defy all expectations to become one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, a 2-time Grand Slam champion who has held nearly every title the company has to offer. While they had been dating for years, their on-screen partnership reached a new level in 2016. The night after WrestleMania 32, Maryse made a shocking return to WWE to help her husband. This reunion completely revitalized The Miz's career. With his glamorous wife by his side, he embarked on what many consider the greatest Intercontinental Championship reign of the modern era. Their personal life was also flourishing. They married in the Bahamas in 2014 and welcomed 2 daughters. This family life launched them into a new stratosphere of celebrity. After a popular run on Total Divas, they got their own spin-off, Miz and Mrs., which premiered in 2018. The show became a massive hit, showcasing their chaotic but loving home life and establishing them as bona fide reality TV stars. They're the ultimate entertainment power couple, having built an empire by being unapologetically themselves. Beth Phoenix and Edge. The runner-up spot goes to a duo of titans, a pair of Hall of Famers whose love story is one of second chances, both in life and in the ring. They are the rated R superstar Edge and the glamazon Beth Phoenix. Their individual careers are legendary. Edge is one of the most decorated superstars of all time, an 11-time world champion. Beth Phoenix was a dominant powerhouse who stood out in the Diva era for her strength and skill, capturing multiple championships. Their romance began almost poetically. Both had been through previous marriages, and both had stepped away from the ring. Edge was forced into a sudden retirement in 2011 due to a severe neck condition. Beth retired a year later to start a family. Their relationship started quietly, away from the spotlight. Edge has said that Edge Appreciation Night in Toronto was the day they truly connected, talking for hours and discovering just how much they had in common. They built a life together in North Carolina, welcoming 2 daughters. For years, it seemed their story was a happy, quiet, post-wrestling life. Then the impossible happened. At the 2020 Royal Rumble, after 9 years away, Edge made a miraculous return to the ring. This emotional second act of his career also brought his and Beth's relationship to WWE television for the first time in a major way. They teamed up at the 2022 Royal Rumble to defeat The Miz and Maryse. Later, when Edge was betrayed by the Judgment Day, Beth got involved, courageously standing up to Rhea Ripley to defend her husband. Their eventual victory was a powerful on-screen representation of their real-life partnership. 2 warriors united against the world, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. And at number 1, who else could it be? They are the undisputed history-making power couple of modern WWE. They are the Man, Becky Lynch, and the visionary, Seth freaking Rollins. It's hard to imagine a time when these two weren't at the top of the wrestling world, but their story began humbly. They first met as friends in WWE's developmental system between 2012 and 2014, two talented individuals with a shared passion for the industry. For years, their relationship was purely platonic. While they were friends, their careers skyrocketed on parallel tracks. Seth Rollins became a perennial main eventer and one of the company's most reliable top stars. Becky Lynch's rise was a phenomenon. In 2018, a tidal wave of fan support transformed her into the Man, the hottest act in the entire industry. This momentum carried her all the way to the main event of WrestleMania 35, where she became the first and only woman to pin Ronda Rousey. It was during this time, as they were both on top of their respective divisions, that their friendship finally blossomed into romance. They started dating in early 2019 and soon became wrestling's definitive top couple. WWE even briefly paired them on screen, cementing their status. Their journey continued with an engagement in 2019, the birth of their daughter Rue in 2020, and their marriage in 2021. What makes their story so compelling is how they've navigated being active, top-of-the-card competitors while also being dedicated parents. They are two of the biggest stars in the company, constantly in the spotlight, yet they have built a strong, supportive family. They are two generational talents who found love on their shared journey, and together have defined an entire era of WWE. From fairy tale weddings on Alaskan glaciers to raising families while chasing championship gold, these 10 couples show just how unique the partnerships in the world of pro wrestling can be. They prove that love and headlocks can go hand in hand, and that the greatest victories are the ones you achieve together. So what do you think? Which WWE duo inspires you the most? Did we miss a couple that you think deserved a spot on the list? Let us know all of your thoughts down in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this look behind the curtain, do us a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.